week we're talking with a student attending UNL. Our guest today is a junior majoring in the Department of Broadcasting. He is Rhett McClure from Wahoo, Nebraska, and this is his third year at the university. It's good to have you with us today, Rhett.
It's always good to be on your show.
Thanks. I understand that you're a telemarketer, Rhett. Tell us a little bit about that job.
Basically, I work downtown at Interactive Teleservices. Basically, we call people up all over the country. A lot of times they get mad, tell us to go away, especially on Sundays. You would not believe the amount of people that don't like to be called on Sundays. And I don't know, sell credit cards, did NASCAR videos for a while, calling some southern people that are fun to talk to.
That's interesting. Has telemarketing helped you out at all in the broadcasting department here at UNL?
I would say it's definitely improved like my speaking skills, where I don't know, I'm not afraid to talk about nothing, because that's basically my job, to say the same thing over and over for 5 or 6 hours a night. And I don't know, it helps where you can talk for extended periods at a time without worrying about how you sound.
Sure. I also understand that you had an interesting Halloween this year. Rhett, tell us a little bit about that experience.
Sure. Actually, this year, it was kind of a gift to my female friends that I've always wanted to do up my pretty hair and make me all cute because I have long hair. And so I finally gave in this year. I was a woman. I had a rather ample figure. Everyone seemed to like me a lot just because of my chest size. And I don't know, it gave you a lot of insight into what it's like to be a girl.
I'm sure it did, right? Was there any other guys dressing up as women at the place that you were at?
There was some, but I would say definitely the chests on these women were not as authentic as mine.
That's really interesting. Another thing that I hear you enjoy are car stereos, but I heard you don't have one anymore. What's with that?
Yeah, my freshman year here, I got awoken at like 3:30 in the morning by the university police, and my car had been broken into and everything had been stolen. So I'd been without any kind. I had a radio put in, but other than that, but it was returned to me this year. So that was the happy ending.
Thanks a lot, Rhett, for joining us here today.
Yeah, it's always good to be here.
Thank you for joining us today on Focus on UNL. Join us again next week when our very special guest will be UNL's Chancellor, Dr. James Measer. Until then, I'm David Gaspers for Focus on UNL. To Focus on UNL. I'm your host, David Gaspers. This week, we're talking with a student attending UNL. Our guest today is a junior majoring in the Department of Broadcasting. He is Rhett McClure from Wahoo, Nebraska, and this is his third year at the university. It's nice to have you here today, Rhett.
Oh, thanks. I always like coming on your show.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate that. What sparked your interest in broadcasting, Rhett?
Basically, I would say, I don't know, my family had never really had a camcorder or any kind of broadcasting. I always loved TV, but my junior year of high school, we actually had a video production class in high school, and basically it took off, started making some interesting videos featuring lots of fire and homemade bombs and 9 Inch Nails music. So that was interesting.
Did your teacher in high school thought you excelled at that, or?
He was a little scared at first. Basically, that was the first time when I'd really let my personality shine through and something I had created as far as like art.
Sure. Now I understand you're actually a double major with broadcasting and advertising. Has that created an extra workload for you here at UNL?
Obviously, yeah, it's a little tough as far as going in 2 different colleges. I like the fact that I can have my creative outlet in broadcasting and advertising also creative, but more guaranteed money, because there's obviously not, unless you're in the big leagues, so not a lot of money in broadcasting. I'm kind of greedy like that.
I understand for a job here at UNL in Lincoln right now, you work as a telemarketer. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's one of my faults, I suppose. I actually like telemarketing. Somehow I subconsciously think I'm prank calling these people, and they always get really mad. The people are just really mad at you, no matter what you're selling. NASCAR videos, or Save the Whales, or even the National Rifle Association. They get mad at you also, so it's fun.
I'm sure. I think you actually called my house once, Rhett, and didn't appreciate that. I hear you have a car stereo, or did have one. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, actually, my car stereo was stolen when I was here as a freshman. I woke up one night and the cops came down and got up my stereo.
Really?
But recently, I did get the car stereo back, so I want to say thanks to the Lincoln Police.
That's great. Thanks for being here today, Rhett.
Yeah, I always have fun.
And thank you for joining us today on Focus on UNL. Join us again next week when our very special guest will be UNL's Chancellor, Dr. James Measer. Until next time, I'm David Gaspers for Focus on UNL.
I'm gonna go.